There is a moment when a child stops resisting, not because they are calm, not because they agree, but because something inside them has given up. This episode is about that moment, about what happens when trust drains away and why relationship is not an extra. In this work, it is the work. Hello and welcome back to the William Gomes Podcast. I am William Gomes and I am grateful to have you here. Some nervous systems are exquisitely sensitive to power, not in a political sense, in a biological one, and they notice authority before instruction, coercion before content. They track hierarchies, expectation, leverage with extraordinary precision. This is not oppositionality, it is survival awareness. For PDA profiles, authority itself can register as threat, not because the adult is unkind, but because authority implies loss of agency. And as we have already seen, loss of agency has a long history of not ending well. So the nervous system adapts, it becomes vigilant, it scans for pressure, even when none is intended. It listens not just to words, but to who holds the power in the room. This is where trust begins to matter. Trust is not a feeling, it is not warmth, it is not rapport. Trust is a state of the nervous system, it is the body's sense that another person will not override it. That proximity does not equal control. That relationship does not come with strings. When trust is present, the nervous system softens, breath deepens, muscles release, curiosity returns. When trust is absent, everything becomes conditional. Every request is evaluated for risk. Every interaction is scanned for hidden demands. This is why transactional approaches fail so reliably. If you do this, then you can have that. On paper, this looks reasonable, but to a PDA nervous system, it sounds like leverage. And leverage is threat. Transactions turn relationship into currency. They say, my care depends on your compliance. And the nervous system hears, I am not safe unless I perform. Trust cannot grow in that soil. Now, let us return to Leo. We have seen him fight, we have seen him freeze, we have seen him shut down. But today, notice something different. Leo is quieter now. He no longer argues. He no longer says no. He nods. He goes along. On the surface, things look better, but inside, something has changed. Leo has stopped expecting to be understood. He's no longer resisting because resistance costs too much. This is the trust deficit. When repeated experiences of being overridden, managed, or negotiated around teach the nervous system that relationship is unsafe. So the system withdraws, not dramatically, quietly, and this is often misread as progress. But what has actually happened is disengagement. Relational safety always comes before learning, not as a philosophy. As a biological sequence, the nervous system must feel safe with who is present before it can engage with what is being offered. This is why influence outlasts power. Power can produce compliance, influence produces capacity. Power works through pressure, influence works through trust. When an adult is experienced as predictable, non coercive, and respectful of autonomy, power, the nervous system relaxes in their presence. And in that relaxation, skills emerge not because they were demanded, but because they were possible. This is not about being permissive. It is about being trustworthy. Trustworthy nervous systems do not need to control, they do not need to escalate, they do not need to withdraw. They can stay present even when things are hard. And presence is the intervention. Why does this matter? Because without trust, nothing sticks. Strategies fail, plans collapse, interventions erode. But with trust, even small moments carry weight. A glance, a pause, a shared smile. These are not soft things, they are regulating signals. They tell the nervous system, you are not alone. You will not be forced. You are safe here. And from that place, learning becomes possible, growth becomes sustainable, and relationship becomes what it was always meant to be, not a tool, but a refuge. Thank you for listening. This is the William Gomes Podcast. Take care of yourself. Stay curious. And if you found this episode helpful, you're very welcome to follow, share, leave a comment or a rating. I'll speak with you again soon.